That's right. Tell me what's so fucking funny about me. Hey, everybody, Johnny O from the Plot Hole. And if you are listening, you can join us on the old YouTube channel for the live, I don't know what you want to call this broadcast. It's all fun. We're here. A Wild Johnny has appeared, says Nerd Angle. Good to see everybody. Happy to be here. Irish Demon, what's going on, buddy? I hear you broke down. That motorcycle is not treating you right. D Rabbits, what's this song again? Irish and Nathan sitting on a tree. LOL. Yeah, I hope you saw that news report we put out of Irish and Nathan's new bromance. That's right. That's right. The Raven is here. Good to see you. Who else? Who else we have here? Mike M. Good to see you. Homicidal Maniac. Hello, hello. Steaming Cup of Reason. It's late or it's early for you. I can't remember which. Martin H. Good to see you. Why Kick a Moo Cow number 855. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. Charlie Welch. Howdy. Let's see. And I think that's everybody. Did I miss somebody? If I missed somebody, Skitch Crasher. I did. I missed Skitch Crasher. Well, anyway, hello to everybody who's listening and hello to everybody here who is watching. I hope everybody's ready to have a good time. I know I am. We're not going to talk about, I don't know, somebody said something about whatever it's called, but we're not going to talk about stuff like that. We're going to talk about what's going on with the channel, where we're going to go here in the future, what I've got planned for tomorrow. I'm going to show the clip from the Weekend Horrors new production of Nail Gun Massacre. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope everybody's here to have a good time. Chris Durham says, I think I need to turn off the rock metal thing if I'm going to watch on YouTube. Yeah, probably. TFF 3700 says, hi. Hello. All right. Dan Hetfield. Yes, brother. At the Plot Hole Hate to the chat. All my best vids coming your way. All right, man. It's good to see so many faces. New faces. I like seeing the new faces. Those are good. Danny says, hello. Hello, Danny. Good to see you. All right. My goodness. All right, so what do we want to start with first? We want to start with an update on the goings on with the channel, or do we want to start watching clip? What do you guys want to do? You let me know, and I'll tell for the people who are listening, it's going to be kind of different because you're not going to get to hear the clip, and I'm not playing as much music. I do promise to have more podcast only stuff in the future. I'm trying to get this done so we can get up to that 2,000 subscriber mark, and we're at 1,968. So 1968 we're sitting at right now. So if you're out there listening, you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do me a favor, run over there, check out the subscription list. Check out the channel and hit that subscribe button and click that bell for bell notifications. That's always fun. I got an update. Look at that. We have 2 more newbies. I appreciate everybody who's subscribing to the channel and sharing all this and putting all the old, all the comments and the thumbs and the bells and all that fun stuff. All the feedback that I've been getting, I really do appreciate. Even the negative feedback. Even when I do get negative feedback that I will share with you, I think it's kind of funny. So yeah. Let me update this banner because we have a bit of just a little bit of an update. So we're going to go with that. There's that, and we're now in the 70s. Look at that. Do what you will. I'm making pizza, Mr. Andret. What kind of pizza? That is cost. Good to see you. Good to see you. More about the channel. Okay, so here we go. This is what we're going to do. Cygnus. Let's get that beard. Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. So you can see how gray it's. We try and I don't try and hide it. Look, I'm gonna go gray. It's gonna happen. I was hoping to have. The Plot Hole podcast co-host, but something happened with his toilet, so he's had a bit of an emergency. Yeah, Clive Wells, good to see you. Too soon. Pineapple pizza. I hope. Look, here's the thing. You guys eat what you like. I don't like pineapple pizza, but if you like pineapple pizza, do your thing. I'll never tell you what you can and can't eat. The 70s was a great era for rock music. I absolutely agree. Armageddon's Fire says, good day, all. Good to see you. All right, so the channel. A silverback Sasquatch, says Clive Wells. That's true. That is true, because I do have hair on my back, and it's probably turned silver. Pineapple jalapeno pizza. Go for the pineapple, and pizza and pineapple go together, says Danny. Look, like I said, if that's your thing, that's your thing. I don't particularly care for it, but like I said, you're not telling me what to eat, I'm not telling you what to eat. So there we go. We can all get along, people. It's really easy. Just let people do their thing. Johnny, I like to play with knives, says Simon Spencer. What kind of knives? What's your knife of choice? It's a spicy Hawaiian. That's true. Mr. Malore is in the house. Good to see you. Oh, here we go. Here's more new faces. Uh-oh. Team Skeptic. Oh, Team Skeptic. Jesus Christ. Anyway, all right. So as some of you may know or may not know, what is this? And for stand zeros, I think you mean 70s. I disagree that it's the best for music. I think the 70s was excellent. It's definitely a great ramp up to the greatest era for music. The greatest era for music has to be the 80s, hands down. That's when every genre was independently its own genre. Sharp ones here in UK, that's a hangable offense. I know here in the state of Texas, we have some goofy ass laws still in the books today, but here in the state of Texas, if you are on somebody's farm or ranch and you have wire cutters in your back pocket, they can legally shoot you dead because, you know, cow theft laws from way back when. Nah, the 60s, that's when it no, I agree that the 60s is definitely when we got away from that sock hop pop style of the 50s. And then it definitely splintered because you know in the 60s you still had country music, of course, but pop music and rock, there was no real division, right? So your rock music was popular music, and then in the 60s it kind of the rock, like the good, that started to go darker, and the pop stuff still was there. So you had more. That's when the pop began, that pop rock, pop music style. That's when it kind of branched off from rock. So yeah, that's when that kind of happened in the 60s. In the 70s was definite ramp up to what I consider the 80s the best era for music, because that's when you had, you know, if you think about the 80s, think about it like this, right? You have, you've got the big four came out in the 80s in metal, right? So you had Anthrax, Megadeth, Metallica, Slayer, boom, huge, right? And then you had, of course, the king of pop coming out in the 80s with Michael Jackson. And then country music did its own thing. That's when, you know, George Strait was George Strait. Number one song in 1967 was Sugar Sugar by the Archies. It was the advent of FM radio that triggered all of this. That's true. That's absolutely true. So we needed more because we had more, you know, stations that were widely available locally, at least. AM radio is the stronger signal, but you can get more clear signal with FM radio. Anyway. Yes, I agree. Steaming Cup of Reasons. 70s was when music production really raised the bar across the board. Epic rock was the best. I agree that the 70s, you know, when you had the 8-track come out and you were able to do more than just a stereo recording. You were able to start isolating and actually put production into music. That's when, again, I think it really peaked in the 80s. In the 90s is when it all started to go back downhill, when everything started to like merge back into one genre, when country crossed over into pop and rock pop crossed over into pop and all that stuff was going on. I didn't particularly care for it. I'm not a huge Nirvana fan. A lot of people talking about Nirvana on the side. I didn't like Nirvana. And it just wasn't for me. I was into more of the, the heavier stuff, and Nirvana. I mean, I didn't hate them. I don't hate Nirvana. I'm just not a fan. Not a fan at all. To each their own, though. You like Nirvana, that's cool. Like, you know, Kurt Cobain did a lot of things for music. I personally think he did a lot of things for music the wrong way. He took it backwards, but that's just me. That's my opinion. We all have opinions. Let's see here. Irish Demon for 449 Aussie says, super chat to Johnny is a requirement in my religion. Well, thank you. I guess I am now a demon disciple. Let's see here. I think the Eagles were the best crossover band ever. The Eagles were. I'm sorry, but having worked in the bars for as long as I've worked, especially in Texas bars, I got so beat down on Hotel California because that's the only thing that these people would play. They would play one song by the Eagles, and that was it. Hotel California. It's like, guys, you realize they have like 10 fucking albums, lots of tunes to pick from, and they're all good tunes. Just pick something different every now and again. Every now and again. Let's see here. Oh, no, that light. So I got this light here that I'm trying to get charged up, but I might need to use it early. I've taken down all of my stuff because that's one of the things we're going to talk about. But let's see. Oh, it's bright. Let's see how well this works back here. Ooh, I don't know if I likes that. Looks kind of weird. I have to play with it a little bit. But yeah. By the way, anybody who is looking for some awesome portable lights, this guy by Aputure, this Aputure MCA, this guy right here these guys are awesome. One of the cool things you can do, it has different tungsten levels. I think it's you can go from 32, maybe less than 32. Let's see where we go. What's the lowest we go? Yeah, 32 Kelvin all the way up to 65 Kelvin. So you can go from 65 Kelvin. And then they're bicolor, and they have you can do this. You can download the Sidious link to your iPhone or to your Android, and you can control all of them via your telephone, and you can control multiple lights. So so the cool thing about the Sidious thing, and I've gotten really big into the Aputure stuff because again, I'm trying to get some more lights and whatnot. But Simon Spence, you want to see it turned up all the way up to 65 Kelvin? All right, so here we go. Let's see. It's kind of blow us out here. It gets bright AF. So not only can we control the color of it, we can also control the intensity. So I can take this down so it's not as intense. Boom, boom. So it's not so. These guys are cool. Titan tubes. I'm looking for some tube lights. I do want to get a couple of tube lights. I will, Nerd Angle. Remind me, but I will do that. And another cool thing about these guys here is that you can also do. Let's see if I can get to. I don't know if I can get to the color one on here. I think I gotta hold that and see. No. Let's see. You can do different effects, right? So here's Cop Car. Irish, get used to this. Now I gotta. Let's see. It's fire. Make fire, which is pretty cool. Stop flashing us. Sorry. Let's see, there's a fireworks one. No Cop Car. Pulsing, yeah. All different kinds of things you can do. They work really well. So lightning, if you want to do lightning effect. I hope nobody has epilepsy. I'm so sorry if you do. So you can mimic different. This is kind of cool, different like fireworks effects and whatnot. So these are really cool. They're not too terribly expensive. Let me turn off the FS. Turn this off. No, I want it off. Stop it. You know what? Boom. So yeah, they have the wireless charging. Wireless charging here, so you can put on wireless charging pads. They also do Type C. They do both. No, just Type C on this one here. They have magnets, so you can just stick it on to whatever. These are awesome. Like I said, if you are into videography, these lights are cool. I've got 3 of them. I probably would like. Well, not probably. I would like to get like 10 more of these, just because. Just to have them for accent lighting, they're really cool. Let's see, let's get it off of FX. Go back, but yeah. So one of the cool things with the app, you can go into the. Oh wait, I gotta hang on. Super chat from Mr. Malore. Come back here for $2.99. Says flip off demon for me. There you go. But yeah, so you can get those. You can link them all up. You can link them all up with all the Aputure stuff, so you can control it from your phone or from your tablet or whatever. I can post a link to the site. Let me get your website. Hang on a second. I think this is it. It's probably not. It's probably some porn site that I put in incorrectly because my typing is not good. No. I don't want it. That's not what I need. Let's see. Here we go. All right, this is from Aputure. There you guys go. Awesome. I'm not sure if YouTube search in general might come and just delete that, but yeah, those guys are. These are cool. They have a pretty decent battery life, and of course, if you need to, you can always connect them. Not flashlight. Exactly, Mr. Malord. Not those lights, right? We don't want to do that. But sometimes whatever. But yeah, so anyway, these lights are really cool. I'm getting everything charged up for what I got going on tomorrow, which will be fun. It's too bad JL can't be there. He lives in Oklahoma now because it was right, not too far from where you're at there, JL. Anyway, so yeah, those are cool. I like them. I might have to actually plug that in here in a minute and stand it up so we can, because I took down all the lights here because tomorrow I'm meeting up with Eugene in Plano and we are going to be shooting some B-roll for the documentary. So yeah, if you're going to be in the Plano, Texas area tomorrow from 11 to 5, let me know. Come be an extra in the documentary. I need them. Could use some more bodies. It'd be pretty cool. Don't pretend to be a cop. That's really good advice. Really good advice from Mike 71. Absolutely. It would definitely not be good. How's the weather? It's 110 today. Today was pretty warm. Let's see. What is it right now? Let's take a look. We'll do a weather check today here on the plot hole. It is 8:21 p.m. and right now it's a blistering 89 degrees at 8:30 at night. Jesus Christ. Yeah. It was crazy. It got really warm really fast. We went from nice, awesome weather in the 60s and the 70s, and then it got it got really, really warm. Yeah. Mr. Anderson, you'll leave right now. Sweet. You might make it in time, so that's good. So yeah, it's gonna be in the upper 90s all week. Maybe some rain on Monday, which just means it's gonna, like, if you're ever in a what do they call sauna and they throw water on the coals, that's all it really is. But yeah, so tomorrow B-roll footage for the documentary. We're reshooting one of the interviews, and then I'm trying to get Team Skeptic out there to do his follow-up interview. I did Irish Demon's follow-up interview, and it's really cool. But it's that pleasant wet heat. Yeah, it's that pleasant wet heat. So if you're really thirsty and you want a hot drink of water, you just go outside and breathe. There you go. Yeah, pretend cops they're not cool. It's not fun. It's definitely not something I would suggest doing. Absolutely not. I would not do it just because real cops tend to frown upon that. They kind of touch that one. Something about impersonating a police officer or something. Is the 8K camera being used? It's not 8K camera. It's a Blackmagic 6K, but the 6K camera is being used. Probably going to be two of them used for interviews, so we get multiple angles without having to do multiple shoots. It's nice hearing a story, Danny. That is where I want to live. I want to retire. When I retire, I want to move to Astoria. I think I do, man. I think I do based on all the beautiful pictures and everything that I've seen. But yeah, I think I want to do this. I want to go out there and visit. Definitely check it out. Just to get a feel for the place, and then I really do think I want to move out there though, because it's from what I've seen, it's beautiful up there. I found a house that 6K. Why is the stream at 720p then? Because the stream's at 720p because to get the StreamYard only goes up to 1080, but to get that you have to spend like $50 a month, and I don't pull in enough to be able to justify $50 a month on StreamYard yet. I'm right at the 25 mark one. So Celsius is stupid. 0, you need a sweatshirt. 100, dead. Fahrenheit 0, really freaking cold. 100, really freaking hot. I think you need a little bit more than a sweatshirt at 0 Celsius. I don't know. I guess it depends on what kind of heat or what kind of cold. It could be that dry cold, if that's the thing. Oregon is nice, the people not so much, as Archangel 3. Yeah, I like I said, I've never been. I just seen pictures. I would like to go though. I think I want to go. 286K here at 2:24 a.m. Okay. Hello from Yorkshire, says the ramblings of a madman. Malt loaf. Good evening. How? Let's see. What is it? It's late for you, isn't it? It's like 10. What is it? 4 o'clock in the morning. Dry cold is a thing. That is true, Gin and Toxic. Dry cold is a thing. Like in Texas, when it gets cold, it's really bad because it's still humid. So it's like you're walking through walls of ice when it gets really cold. So yeah. Now that you can pump your own gas in Oregon, really they lifted that Skitch Crasher. That's cool. Dry cold hurts too. That's true. Dry cold does hurt. It's bad for the joints. Bad for my joints. I got to have a 225 here in Yorkshire. I knew it was late or early, kind of depends, but whatever. What was I talking about before I started all this? Oh yeah, so the documentary 6K StreamYards. They're when I do start getting a little more, Texas doesn't know cold. That's not true. We don't know cold on the regular, but not but a few months ago we were at -7, not wind chill. Wind chill was like -25. But yeah, we were -7, and we figured without any power because Texas is, they said, hey, we can't handle it because we're ERCOT. And we're going to take everybody off the national grid because we think it's going to be better. It's not. It wasn't. It was not better. Now they're telling us, hey, guys, do you think you could not run your washing machines and turn your thermostats up to 80? Because we're going to have to do rolling blackouts again, which cold weather I can do rolling blackout wise. I mean, it gets cold, but whatever. You put a fire on, right? There's nothing you can do when it's 102 degrees outside and they tell you can't turn your air conditioner on. Yeah. Yorkshire is in the same time zone as the rest of the UK, only 40 years behind. That's funny. Hey, Sabercat TV, what are you doing? But yeah. Clive Wells, come say that to my face, says Adam. Ooh, got some beef. That's what's for dinner. Mr. Anders Canadian, so am I. You really do not know cold, but we do not know heat. Well, look, I mean, I agree that you guys get different cold than we do. Absolutely. You guys right there next to the polar ice caps. But yeah, so you guys get much colder than we do. Did you see that meme I sent you about what ERCOT said? I think so, but remind me. What about all that money they were spending building a wall instead of infrastructure? Yeah. Darkwatch, here's the thing. They could have not spent the money on the wall and spent money on infrastructure. We would still be in the same position we were in because it's not that we don't have money. It's that we are stupid and we took ourselves off the national grid because it's going to save Texans more money. It's just stupid. Charlie Welch says, I've only turned my AC on once. I'm a frugal freak. Well, I get it. I understand. We keep ours a little higher than normal just because I'm a little frugal too. But at nighttime, I got to have it at least somewhat chilly. But we're going to need you to stay at 78. Best I can do is 72. Yeah, right. Exactly. But yeah, anyway, so that's going to be fun. I am looking forward to tomorrow. I hope everybody who can come out does come out. What am I doing? Oh, that's not what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I never know what I'm doing. That's the problem. Still waiting on that. So I don't know. I don't want to turn the overhead on, make that goofy light. What? I'm supposed to send a script. Uh-oh. Sorry, I didn't realize I was the one sending scripts. I thought you were sending scripts. Nerd Angle and I are going to hold out as long as we can. Yeah. Are the youngins still away? They are. My son is still in Colorado, and my girls are at my father's house because they're staying the night over there, so we can go do this. We can do the filming. Sorry, I had stupid, silly bosses. Pothole, what's going on tomorrow? Tomorrow we are going to Plano to get B-roll for the upcoming documentary. I don't know what I will be able to release and what I won't be able to release when I'm finished with it, because we are going to submit this to film festivals to see what kind of, what we can do with it, right? So this is the first major film project that I've spearheaded. I've been a part of other film projects, obviously. Speaking of which, we'll get to one of those other ones here in a minute. My wife is watching Room 904. I'm trying to get you another sub. That'd be awesome. Room 904 was fun to do. It was one of those ones that was just done Plano is lame-o. I am not a fan of Plano. I don't, Simon Spencer says, shit, that's north of me. How far north, Simon? If you're close within, if you want to come out and be part of it, let me know. Shoot me a message on Discord, and you're more than welcome to. We'll put you in there. Clyde Wells says, I haven't put the AC on all summer, probably because I don't have AC. That's one of the reasons why I want to move to Astoria, Oregon, because they don't have AC in their houses. Don't really need it. What's the average? Like, what is the as hot as it gets in Oregon? I think I saw like one time it got up to 82 or 83. That might be a little bit of an exaggeration, but yeah. I like the fact that I won't have to have air conditioning. Just open the windows and get that breeze off the bay, make it nice and chilly in the house. Yeah. Effed up world. Good to see you. How you doing, sir? Let's see here. Contribute to this. Oh, that's Streamlabs. Whatever. If you want to, you can, but I've almost read that. That's when you know you're just blah. Chicago doesn't have AC and it needs it. I'll probably agree with you, because that it's something about the Midwest. It gets really hot in the Midwest. Really hot. I'm in Cornwall, was talking to okay. There you go. But how cold does it get? Where? Here in Oregon? It gets cold. I see snow quite often. It gets really cold, but it was 103 here today in St. Louis. Yeah, Mike's having. That's the thing. There's this weird thing going on right now. This heat wave is going on across the states. It's not fun. I don't like it. I'm sure Montreal gets cold. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm sure it does too. That's on the Montreal's on the east coast, right? Montreal. I always forget the French side of Canada is the east side, correct? And then the British side is the west side. Are you prepared for shoveling? I'll do what I have to do. I'll have to get one of those, those Bobcat things. Just be done with it. Mr. Malore, south side. French side is east. That's what I thought so. I can always get it mixed up. Sorry, work stuff. I'm gonna have to turn a light on, huh? Because it's getting kind of dark. And we'd be like JL Warren just disappearing. I know what that means. I don't speak French, but I know what that means. Yay. Montreal is north of Vermont, not really on the coast. Right. No, I didn't think it was on the coast. I couldn't remember if it was. Montreal is still considered the French side. I did acknowledge you. What are you talking about? I did acknowledge you. I said hello. And I said, what are you doing? And then you started talking about how I didn't send a thing or something. I don't know. So yeah, tomorrow that's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know what I'll be able to share. Hopefully I'll be able to share something. I've shared a little bit with you guys. And whenever I get it all put together, I probably can't share anymore, but I'll make sure and have all nice and packaged and be pretty. And then when I can release it, we'll do a watch party or something. I'll put it out in pieces, like 3 pieces on YouTube. So the algorithm doesn't get mad at me and putting out something that's really long. That's normally not so long. Tiny Eye, it's good to see you. You're not late. No, wait, that's not. Where'd you go? There we are. You're not late. You're right on time. Visited Texas once. Sugarland, beautiful as I remember. Sugarland is nice. It's nice out there, West Texas. Well, Sugarland is more southwest, I believe. Yeah. Always forget. Let's see here. Yeah, next to Missouri City. No, that's east. What am I doing? What am I thinking? Jojo's down in Houston. Yeah. No, it is. I guess it's just straight south. South for me. So yeah, Southeast Texas. Yeah. I don't know what I was thinking of. Anyway. 5 minutes better than all that PF JM Truth lol. Oh yeah. 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 I don't want to shit on JM Truth anymore than I already have. But I might actually do that. Love the lighting. Yeah, Eugene is really, I mean, he's really taken over a pretty hands-on producer role, which I think is cool because he's done this stuff before. I've kind of done this stuff before. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever spearheaded and led a project at this big. So having him on board to help out with all the things that I, just either don't know about or have forgotten about. He's like, hey, don't forget about this, don't forget about that, and like school. And sometimes I feel like I'm bugging him a little bit because I'll call him up, on production meeting days or days that we don't have production meetings. And like today, I've called him like twice. Like, what do I need here? And he just little things. Hey, Tiny Captain, good to see you. But yeah, so having his experience and having him on has been great. I think he's, having worked with him on a different film. And if you guys want to see that clip here, I'll show that clip here. All I know of Texas is Lackland Air Force Base. I've been to Lackland Air Force Base. I've also been to Carswell Air Force Base. Now it's the NAS, the National Air Station Joint Reserves Base. It's a Navy led base because Navy and DFW in Central Texas where there's no water. I've been coast to coast and visited all the Canadian Great Lakes. That's pretty cool. What transpires in the Discord room, says Joe Whip? Anything and everything. It's a place for discussion, place for sharing funny memes and jokes and all that stuff. As long as we're not, picking on each other and being jerks and whatnot, pretty much everything goes. There's an NSFW room that we can do as well, but like I said, as long as everybody's cool, I'm pretty hands off. Yeah, much like the champagne room, no sex. Exactly, Nerd Angle. You taught at Lackland? That's pretty cool. What'd you teach? Hold mic. What? Interesting. Charlie Welch, Discord me your email address, please, sir. Yeah, the Discord is pretty chill. We try to keep it pretty cool. I'm in there, not that active. That's okay. It's cool to be in there. And, like I said, it's the quickest way to find updates with what's going on with a channel. Get a hold of me through Discord. It's easy because it's just, click there and send me a message. I generally try to respond to as much as I can. Really? Freshman comp 2 or English? That's cool. I have a degree in English. Most people don't know that about me, but yeah, I have a degree in English. So kudos to that. Well, let's see. Let's do a channel update, see what we got going on, y'all. Well, we have gotten into Skits Crasher. Boom. For 2 Americans says, I appreciate what you do, brother. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Let's see here. We have to update the old sub count. Let's do it. Making progress. I missed the 1972, the year of the perfect Miami Dolphins. I missed that year, but what are you going to do? It happens. No, don't do that. I know what you guys are thinking. Cool. I have masters in English with 2 specializations. That I should have continued and to getting my master's and my PhD, but at the time I couldn't afford it. And you have emailed me. I forget. See this? I'm just bad. I forget that. I'm terrible at this. I'm just a bad YouTuber forgetting things. What am I missing? I'm gonna have to turn this light on. We're just gonna have to do it. Let's see here. Hawkesbury is more French than Montreal. I have only been to Niagara, and that's like barely getting into Canada from the New York side. But my mother is a native Pennsylvanian. Skit Scratcher says at the plot hole, I just got a BS in physics. See, I didn't have the patience for all that stuff. All that stuff always fascinated me, but not because I was good at it, because it did things to explain shit that most people couldn't. But I don't know, for some reason, growing up, math just was not wasn't my thing. It's not that I couldn't do it. I just wasn't into it. So I didn't do so great. Pennsylvania. Hey, what part of Pennsylvania, Joe Whip? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to, if you don't want to get too specific. But I've been to Pennsylvania, been to, I forget where my mother's from. I forget the city she's from. I just not too far from Latrobe, if I remember correctly. And I could not remember correctly because I think every time I say that, she's all, no, we don't live in Latrobe. We live in, I'm like, oh, well. Let's see. We got to turn that down. Golly, that is bright. Let's do this. Turn this down to, no. Okay, we'll turn the intensity down for sure. Okay, let's go down to, no, you stupid machina. Turn it down to like a daylight. I still think that's too. All right, we'll figure this out. Oh, dogs barking. They heard me make a noise, and they're, hey, you're gonna kill, kill, kill. Oh, it doesn't work without the bass. Where's Davey 504 when I need him? Any Davey 504 fans? Yeah, I'm gonna need to get the bass for that. We could do it all spooky style. Ooh. It's not my best look. Gary IOW, good to see you. Says love Davey 504. He's funny, but he likes to make fun of us guitar players. He wants to get rid of us. He thinks we all should stop playing guitar and start playing bass. But I was born in Alberta. That's like Canada, Texas. That's funny. Slept that like sleppers. Yeah, Davey 504 is good. I like that guy. He's got like 9, almost 10 million subscribers. It's crazy. He's a funny guy, though. His dry sense of delivery, humor, and all that. So I was talking about, bass players have big peepees. If you don't play bass players, you don't have a big peepee. It's funny. So spoopy. Spooky. Oh, I got you. Yeah, but like poopy spooky. I got you. I got to figure this out. You see, normally I have lights coming from here and then over here. And yeah, he is a great bass player. Chris Sturm, if you don't know Davey 504, check him out. He is an amazing musician. Yeah, check that guy out. While we're waiting, I'm going to play something really quick so I can go grab a piece for this light to help stand it up to make it maybe a little nicer in here. We'll turn some lights on, but I'm going to be right back. I'll play this clip for you. I'm going to play a tune for the, let's see here. Let me get a tune up for the listeners. Make it a quick one. Let's see. It's a quick tune. What do I got? What do I have? What do I have that's quick? No, let's not do that. No. Something quick. The new Invasion It album is out as of today, I believe. I believe that it went live today. I think it went live today. So if you guys want to get the digital download, go to bandcamp.com, bandcamp.invasionit.com, and you can get the new Invasion It album. So yeah, if you like heavy music, go check it out. All right, let me do this really quick. We're gonna get this going. And then let me play this. All right, there's that. Let me play this clip. Be right back.
What do you want, man? Who the fuck is that? Oh, what the fuck? I don't fucking know her! You fucking psycho! Whoa, man! Whoa! Okay.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum. All right, there we go. It's not the best, but it's better than going all dark and not being able to see. Let's see here. Let me turn this a little bit like so. I don't know. Do. That's a little better. A little bit better. Oh, excuse me. That was rude. So sorry. Anyway, so yeah. To answer your question, that was where'd it go? Somebody asked. Who was it who asked? What's this clip from? Says Omni Oros Boros. This clip is from Nail Gun. It's a remake of Nail Gun Massacre at the Weekend Horror Podcast, which I am, sort of a part of. I help out every now and again. But that was a clip from the 10-minute proof of concept that Eugene directed, JL wrote, and I'm actually in this film. So yeah, go make sure you check it out as soon as we release when we can. It's one of those ones again, because it's going to film festival. We can't release the whole thing. There's like this weird, it's like publishing. So publishing laws are weird. So yeah, we will let you know once that comes up. Check out Weekend Horror. What's up, Andy George said? And Ugly German Truths, good to see you too. Check out Weekend Horror on YouTube. You'll catch up all the updates and whatnot. And you're not late, and the George said you're right on time. Timestamp for when you die. Look, I can't tell you any of that stuff. I can't tell you any details about Ugly German. Was I the nail? I was not the nail, unfortunately. It's not my role. Let's check one thing really quick. Nope. Oh, hey, we went there. Is it a musical? Says Martin H. Industrial musical, I think. Something like that. Timestamp for when you die. You guys are awesome. Let's see here. Let's look. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Do you think they could remake Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer? That's tough. That would be very difficult to do. Again, it's one of those movies that if you remake it, your only goal, or the only thing that you can do, is be as good as, right? So I understand why Hollywood does these remakes, because it's easy money, right? Well, at least in theory, it's easy money. That's why you remake the movies that you remake, because it was popular then, and we'll remake it, and it'll be more popular now. At least make some money, recoup. I don't like that. I don't mind the remakes that are transformative, or ones that you remake a film. Yeah, Nerd Angle, exactly. Remakes are safe, exactly. Although I don't know how safe they are with the hardcore fan base. And if you piss off the hardcore fan base, those are the ones that are going to be the loudest about it. So I don't know how safe they are. I guess they can be safe. Tested concepts and almost guaranteed viewer base. Exactly. And what both of you are saying are actually 100% true. Aliens and Back to the Future 2 was better. Back to the Future 2 is okay. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. Let's see. But daring experiments usually make better movies. I agree. Actually taking the risk. Hey, Elizabeth, good to see you. Taking the risk. And here's the thing, like when you do a remake, if you're remaking something that's like we're remaking Nail Gun, right? How many people have heard of Nail Gun Massacre? Anybody let me know. Anybody? Remake Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It has been remade, and it was not good. I didn't like it. I thought it was a little too forced. I especially don't like when they do shot for shot remakes, like Psycho when that came out. What was another one? The Omen, when it came out, was shot for shot. Aliens with Elijah Wood. Let's see here. Nope. Risks get you Star Wars. Well, so if we're talking about the original Star Wars, and that's a good thing. D Rabbit says, I have a hypothesis about that. Better paying jobs for the writers to work on a series and a movie than the majors have to remake what they have. I can see that. Okay, so Tony, you've seen Nail Gun Massacre, right? remake any movie. Yeah, Mystery Science. So somebody made a comment, and I hope JL you're listening. I hope you're listening, JL. But somebody made a comment to me saying that JL and I need to do a Mystery Science Theater 3000 style series of videos. That would be cool. The original RoboCop was the best, and that's another one that I don't like the remake of. Like the thing that I really just lock in on with that remake is why the fuck did they keep the hand in the remake? What sense does that make? You would think that with what they were doing with RoboCop, it would be more difficult to keep the hand than just to replace it. It was so stupid. Writing for TV must be miserably paid. I don't know. I've never done it. Yeah, so Night Noodle, you bring up a pretty good point there. So film critics don't always they're not always giving the film a review based on the general audience. And that's what I've never really particularly cared for when it comes to film critics is they've got this like education and, they're looking at style and form, and they're looking at a lot of different things that your layman may not understand and may not get. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with the everyday average person not knowing all the technical prowess and details and this, that, and the other. All this, was German expressionism and it's this and it's that. And the problem that most people don't know what the fuck that means. They don't know what German expressionism means. Yes, you have people who have studied film. Yeah, they understand that, but not everybody studies film. They like to go to movies because they like to go to the movies and get away. And some people like to go to the film to not have to think, just to be able to unplug, watch a giant screen, be entertained. And then, that's good enough for them. It doesn't have to be particularly deep. It doesn't have to be particularly good. You got a lot of movies that fit that mold, that are just not so, hey, this movie is whatever. You got like movies like Shawshank Redemption, which deep meaning, great film. Love that movie. And then on the other hand, you've got films like, for me, one of my guilty pleasures is The Pest with John Leguizamo. It's so stupid. But it's based on a short story, Man's Most Dangerous Game. And I caught that and I liked it. I thought it was funny. I thought it was fun just to, enjoy a stupid movie. And then you'll get into some of these, like the B horror films that have passion in them. Like if you look at a lot of Lloyd Kaufman stuff, right? It's like Toxic Avenger, Night of the Chicken Dead, Nukem High, stuff like that. That is just schlop, but it's fun. People enjoy that. They don't particularly review very well because they're not, you don't get these, Siskel and Ebert with their, little pinkies out while they're drinking their teas and whatnot and smoking their peeps, talking about, oh, well, this movie is lacks. Nobody, look, okay, we understand your hoity-toity ass went to school and you studied film and blah, blah, blah. We get it, but not everybody did. Okay. Look at it from the eyes of the everyday average person. Like I remember when The English Patient won an Oscar, and I forget there was another movie that I thought was more, and I know I'm talking about the Oscars here, and the Oscars are stupid, right? It's just a popularity contest. Though if I get one, I'll take it. But the what was I talking about? See, look, I'm just no, but these films that people enjoy, they don't score well. Robert Caslaw, what's up? I'll suspend my disbelief. Just don't be super stupid. I'll be happy. And Mr. Android, I agree with that, right? So there's suspension of disbelief, and I have no problem with suspension of disbelief, right? I like horror films. My problem and when my suspension of disbelief ends is when the shit just doesn't make sense within the world that you're building. It just doesn't make sense. Like the Bird Box. That movie would have been finished within the first 20 minutes. It would have been done. How the fuck did Sandra Bullock's sister, Sarah Paulson, how did she see the thing sitting right next to Sandra Bullock, but Sandra Bullock not see the thing? How the fuck did that happen? It just seems it's just too much, right? There's too much shit like that. It's a whole plot device. Man, come on, man. JL Warren, what are you saying over there? They're remaking Toxic Avenger. Kevin Bacon is the villain. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I didn't like Bird Box either. I thought it was a bad movie. Just all over bad. Trans girl, good to see you. Wait till late, but you're still here. I appreciate that. I love Waterworld and don't care who knows it. You know what? Look, to each his own, right? I wasn't a huge fan of Waterworld. I didn't hate it. I know people did, and I understand why they did, but I didn't hate Waterworld. Yeah, I understand that she had her back turned to the creature, but so the problem that I have is that Sarah Paulson saw it. The people who were behind Sarah Paulson's car saw it. So no matter which way Sandra Bullock was looking, the creatures were there. So, yeah, I just can't. It didn't work. It didn't work for me. It is still a bad movie. Still a bad movie. Let's see here. I don't believe this, Dark Watch. Elijah Wood is in the Toxic Avenger remake. Is he going to be the Toxic Avenger? Is he going to be Toxie? Rhoda No Last Name, the remake. So the Fast and the Furious is a remake of a different film that came out in I think it was 1990. Let me look. Let's see here. What the hell is the name of that movie? Excuse me. Oh yeah. 91. I thought it was 90, but it's actually 91. It's called Point Break. If you look at Point Break, and you look at Fast and Furious, it's the almost identical movie, right? It's almost the exact same. The only difference is surfing versus racing. Everything else, the story is the same story. No, I know you were kidding. No, I know you were kidding. But the fact that you weren't, yes, I know you were kidding, but it's the same movie as Point Break. Yeah, same movie. I agree. Need a killer Beastmaster remake. I loved Beastmaster and Beastmaster 2 when I was a kid. Those were so much fun. I need to see some proof. I need to see some evidence of this. This just sounds. It sounds too good to be true, but also to plot hole. What's your favorite Robin Hood movie? You're gonna laugh at me, and it's the Kevin Costner version. It's Prince of Thieves. I grew up with that movie. I used to watch that movie religiously all the time. My mother hated it, right? So I had these movies in a phase, right, or in different phases. The first one was Masters of the Universe, the He-Man live action. I used to watch. My mother, swear to God, she would leave work, and she would call before she left work. She would call up, "Hey, we're going to go to the movie store. Think about what movie you want to have. What movie you want to rent." And she would tell me, "John, we're not getting Masters of the Universe this time." And I said, "Okay." Yes, Ugly German Truth. The Point Break was one of the bank robbers wearing dead presidents' masks. And they did do skydiving things. So that part was in it. So it's the same movie you're thinking of. Same movie. Anyway, so she would always, you're not doing Masters of the Universe. I'm like, okay, Mom. And then we get to the movie store, and I would, do the rounds and whatnot, and grab Masters of the Universe and put it up there. And I would put on the thing, and I would take it home. She's like, I thought I said we're not doing Masters of the Universe. I said, well, I didn't have the other movie I wanted. She says, what was the other movie you wanted? I don't know. So Men in Tights is a very close second. It is a very close second because Carrie Ells is funny. That movie is hilarious. This is absolutely true. Some remakes shouldn't be remade when perfect in the first place, but some would need a remake because of technicals. I agree that there's a JL Warren needs to send me that in Discord because I can't click it here. I agree that certain remakes are cool, but not so much. Well, then Avatar is just Pocahontas in space. No, Avatar is Fern Gully in space. Okay, Fern Gully, not that. Not. I guess you make an argument for either one. So you like the Russell Crowe Robin Hood? A lot of people hated that movie. I didn't hate it. I thought it was perfectly okay. The Cape Fear remake with Robert De Niro. I may have just shit the bed. Point Break was Patrick Swayze and Keanu Reeves. Drop Zone, I'm not sure. I don't remember that one. But yeah, no, Point Break was Swayze and Keanu Reeves. They were in the same movie. So it was all surfing, and then at the end of the film, when they were doing this thing, they jumped. They jumped out of an airplane. That was the climax of the film. There's J.L. Warren with these. What? Julia Davis and Elijah Wood have joined Peter Dinklage and Jacob Tremblay in Legendary's new Toxic Avenger movie. Taylor Page and Kevin Bacon are also on board for what? That's very dangerous. Somebody's going to be in trouble. Golly. My goodness. Oh, man. Well, Harold for $2 says, if they touch the Princess Bride, it's riot time. I don't want to be the one to tell you. I am not a Rick and Morty fan, not because I don't like the show, because I've never really seen the show. I've seen a few episodes of it. I've just never had time to watch it. I stopped with television watching, probably 15 years ago, right before I had kids. I just never had time. And the shows I'd like to watch were, I liked Oz. It was on HBO. There are very few TV shows that I particularly care for. That wasn't the climax. That was the resolution. That part was the resolution of the film. That killer wave. Again, I'm not going to be the one. Good night, Simon. Good to have you here. Yeah, I don't know if it's been greenlit, but I know they've been talking about it for years. So I really don't. Do you watch classic movies? I do watch classic movies. The Hustler is one of my favorite films of all time. I love that just that whole dynamic with Jackie Gleason and how come I can't think of his name? So bad. Aquaman is a male. Yep. What about a Star Wars holiday special edition remake? That would be interesting. That's true. There have been rumors. I think that it's that's what it was. Is that what it was? A Quibi series? Because Quibi was just terrible. Logan's Run. I liked Logan's Run. Runner. Yeah. Everybody, if you haven't subscribed to J.L. Warren, go check his channel out. 66 away from 1K on his channel and 9 away from 400 a week in horror. Go show J.L. Warren some love. He's got an awesome channel. His takedowns of, who was the Muslim Skeptic and Darth Dawkins and Kyle Butts. Yeah, his name is really Kyle Butts with 2 T's. Go check out J.L. Warren. Make sure you put your link in there. Do you like movies about gladiators? Have you seen a grown man naked? Surely you can't be serious. Anyway, so after J.L. Warren, put a link to your channel in there. Do that. J.L. Warren. J.L. Warren. This will be interesting. All right. Anyway, what was I about to say? Oh yeah. So after Masters of the Universe, it was Robin Hood. At the plot hole. Don't call me Shirley. Exactly. After it was the Prince of Thieves. I watched that one religiously, just all the time. Watch this movie over and over and over, and kind of obsessed over it. And then after that film, that took me through to the '90s, and then Braveheart came out, and then it was Braveheart for a couple of years. I just kept watching it over. There was a point in time where I would get up, I would go to school, and then I would come home from school, put in Braveheart, and watch it. I would watch it while I was doing homework, watch it while I was folding laundry, doing chores, whatever would be on. It was always on. Always had it going. If it was, if it were on TV, I would put it on television and watch it while I was on television. So yeah, all that was it. After that, I don't think there hasn't been another one. At the plot hole, speaking of JL, where can I get one of those? Looks super useful. Well, oh, Mike M. Never have there been truer words spoken. The first Boondock Saints was really good. It was Diamond in the Rough. Great film. Trans Girl, it was good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Get some rest, and you stay safe as well. We have Jez in the Mask Reviewer says, "Hey everybody, how good to see you. Good to see you." JL, check your messages. But the second one came out 10 years after the first. Never have I seen someone take a really good franchise and then just fucking nosedive that shit as fast and as hard as they could into a mountain. It was awful. It was horrible. It was terrible. Terrible. Boondock Saints 2 was terrible. Julie Benz accent was atrocious, and her everything about her delivery was terrible. Silence of the Lambs is your all-time favorite movie. I love Silence of the Lambs. Love that movie. I don't think they could have, and they didn't, right? So Hannibal was a good movie, but it was nowhere near as good as Silence of the Lambs because Hannibal was missing that Jodie Foster, Anthony Hopkins chemistry. It just didn't have it. What's her name? I always do this. I always see her face. I appreciate her work, but I can never remember her name. Julianne Moore. Fuck me running. But Julianne Moore and Hannibal Lecter just didn't have it. They were missing something. Her Clarice, not that her Clarice was bad, and not that didn't not that she didn't have a good performance. It's just that was missing in that movie. One of the reasons why I liked Red Dragon as a remake, and this is as a remake, but one of the reasons why I liked Red Dragon over Manhunter was because of the Ed Norton and Anthony Hopkins. They had that similar style of chemistry that Jodie Foster and what's his name, Anthony Hopkins had. So I appreciate that. I just thought that was missing in Hannibal. That whole thing, that thing was missing. Otherwise, Hannibal was a good movie. I really enjoyed it. I liked the cat and mouse that those two had. How did Hannibal get away with how did Hannibal get away without having a hand? Well, I don't know. He fed a brain to a kid, though. That was really disturbing. What's for dinner? I don't. This here cup of water. I'm stuffed. Yep. Heavy Metal's a good one. That was always fun. Death Clock, always good. Edward Scissorhand. That's another one that doesn't make any sense. You're going to go and make this, you're going to Frankenstein something, but instead of doing the easy thing and putting hands on it, you're going to instead put these come on, man. Come on, man. It's just no fun. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. No, I don't want to do that. Go away. Stupid machina. Yeah. My goodness. Oh, I should probably queue up another song on the Spreaker side. So everybody who's listening to the podcast on rockmetaltalk.com, by the way, you're on rockmetaltalk.com, rockmetaltalk.com network. I'm Johnny O. It's the Plot Hole. We're having a lot of fun. Check us out on all the places you can check out your favorite podcasts, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play. All those places you can find the Plot Hole and all the other shows on the rockmetaltalk.com network. Some awesome shows. You like music, lots of good shows. Let's see here. While we're doing that, we're going to pick one or two. This one, you know what? We're going to do that song because I can, and I'm going to do that. Not now, but later. Something like that. Anyway. Lost the internet thanks to Comcast. Yeah, Comcast. The internet stuff's good. Other bad sequels to great movies: Matrix Reloaded, The Lost World to Jurassic Park, Godfather 3, and Ocean's 12. Out of all of those, I think Ocean's 12 was the best of the worst, I think. I didn't get into the whole Matrix thing. I just didn't get into that series. I wasn't a fan of mine. I'm not a fan of that one. America Has History. Yeah, it goes back about 250 years. So not much of a history. Not much of a history. American Psycho was a good movie. Ocean's out of that group of movies, Nerd Angle, the ones that he said, out of those movies, I think Ocean's 12 was the best of the worst. Okay, gosh, hands down, Dan Marino. This is not even an argument, and I understand why people ask, right? Because people look at the fact that Bob Greasy won the Super Bowl in the 1972 season, but they forget that it was Earl Morrall who took them to that perfect season because Greasy got injured. And again, this is nothing against Bob Greasy, Earl Morrall. I just think Dan Marino is a far better quarterback. I won't say never. I've only seen a handful of quarterbacks do what Dan Marino could do. Well, okay, yes, that's true. 530 years, if you include the British colonialism and all that stuff. I'm talking about just as an actual country. Negative Exponents, good to see you. How you doing? Matrix 2 sucked. I wasn't a fan because I don't like the Matrix films, but fun fact, Christian Bale based his performance as Patrick Bateman off Tom Cruise, primarily the ability to emote with nothing behind the eyes. Yeah, that's true, Rob Parks, but he didn't have to because he had an amazing line. And he was a lot more mobile before he really jacked up his leg. But yeah, I mean, he was in an era where scrambling wasn't a thing. He was in an era where Drew Bledsoe was considered the scrambling quarterback. So yeah. Yeah, Tom Brady can go spit. Stupid Tom Brady. North America has been around for 1 billion years. Well, yeah, but I'm not talking about America. Are we a little biased? A skosh, just a skosh. Just a skosh. The last 3 Star Wars movies were horrible. Well, I'm not a huge fan of them. I mean, I love Star Wars, but Rocky 5, and then there was 6, and then yes, Mark Duper, the Mark Pros, Mark Ingram. Yeah, he had so many weapons. My goodness, he had so many weapons. And I don't know if it's that. I think it was a combination of this, that his targets were good, his weapons were good, but he made them better. Man, there was never such a thing as somebody who was like when Dan Marino played, there was never a thing as a covered. His receivers were never covered. Never. There could be 4 people on a receiver, and he would find a way to get the ball to that receiver. If that's where he wanted to throw the ball, that's where the ball was going. And he would put it in a place where only his receivers could catch it. Are we just naming shit movies? Sometimes. Got my boss here yelling at me about he wants numbers. So let me give him some numbers really quick. I'm going to give him some numbers. I don't know what numbers are going to be, but there we go. So yeah, Robert Cazales, Dan never has a running game or a defense. That is absolutely true. Never had those things. But part of that, the defense thing is a little different. But the reason why he never had a running game is because he was Dan fucking Marino. He didn't need a running game. He needed a defense. And I think if the play action fake against the New York Jets, yeah. Mike M, it was good to see you. Go. You need to get a doctor's note. Jesse, you're just being an asshole, aren't you? You're just being an asshole right now. You're just being an asshole. Did Dan Marino ever play against the other great quarterback, Joe Montana? No, never. Never did he. Never, ever. Not even once. Not even in the 1980 Super Bowl. Everyone needs a running game or the play action is completely useless. Yeah, but Marino they always had enough of a running game to he had enough of a running game to keep people honest. Yes, his release, my goodness. Hey, LB, things and stuff. Good to see you. But I generally agree with you, Rob, that having Tom Brady as a GOAT, goat's balls, maybe. Fuck that guy. So here's the thing. I hate that conversation, right? Who's the greatest of all time? There's no such thing as the greatest of all time. That is not a thing. Not a thing. Sorry. That pisses people off. I don't care. You can't say that a quarterback who played in the 2000s is better than a quarterback who played in the 50s because it is complete different ball game. There were I can't remember the first forward pass was allowed, but before quarterbacks weren't allowed to throw the ball forward in the 30s, 40s, or the 40s and the 50s. You weren't allowed to have a forward pass. It was illegal to do that. So just to say that, well, he's a greater quarterback than this one. No, it's a different game. The whole greatest quarterback or the greatest this or the greatest that. How come nobody ever talks about the greatest lineman ever? Nobody ever talks about that. He was the best block. Nobody talks about that stuff because it's a silly argument. The whole thing is dumb. Wayne Gretzky and Muhammad Ali, even again, I understand why people like to talk about them as if they're the greatest of all time. Yeah. Tom Brady was picked up in the best situation he could have been picked up in. When he was drafted, I think, fifth or seventh round by the Patriots under Bill Belichick. That was the best. That was the best thing that ever happened to him. He was a 6th round pick. It was the best thing that ever happened to him because he was put in a situation where a head coach knew Bill Belichick is one of the most brilliant coaches of his era, if not the most brilliant of his era. And his ability to strategize is what I meant to say, was next to none. System quarterback, absolutely. And Tom Brady took that system to to Tampa Bay. He took those abilities, what he knew. By the time he got to Tampa Bay was close to being a Super Bowl contender already. Anyway, they had the defense, they had offense, they had receivers, they had running game, they had good offensive line, good overall team. A couple of little pieces and parts that they were missing, they put into place. Tom Brady comes in, takes his knowledge that he learned from Bill Belichick and that Patriots offense and that system, and instilled that with his work ethic. I mean, you know, he like I said, he does have skills. I will give Tom Brady credit. He's got skills. He's a very, very well prepared quarterback. I think that Tony Romo was a better quarterback when it comes to preparation, but because Romo didn't have the coaching, he didn't have the team around him, he never got that next level. The football is called football because it's 1 foot long. Brady always did have more targets, right? So, I mean, when you've got I was this day old when I found out about that. Yeah. Otto Graham is a GOAT. See, most of you don't even know who Otto Graham is. But yeah. Anyway, football. You guys don't want to hear me prattle on about sports. Sports this and sports that. Sports team, yay, rah, rah. Is that a metric foot or an imperial foot? I'm going to go with imperial because America. Because football's America. America's football, everybody. And I live in the South. Football is a fucking religion down here. My goodness. It is a fucking religion. Friday Night Lights in the South, that's a real thing. Nothing tickles the rednecks more than getting together and playing some football and drinking some beer, you know, watching all this. Oh my goodness. This is what I'm talking about with my football. Football time. Oh, love me some football. Yeah. JL, are you still painting? Boom. 1974. Look at that. What happened in 1974? Who knows? It was the 70s. Everybody forgot. NASCAR a little bit. So you do get a little bit of NASCAR, but you can't NASCAR in high school. You can football in high school, so therefore football trumps NASCAR. And yes, I did. Pun was intended. Jezza, which one did you go to? Was it the Dolphins game? That was not too long ago. I say we have a fantasy league this year. That would be fun. Get with me on Discord and we'll figure that out. We'll do it. Let's do that. We can do a fantasy league for whatever. Everybody puts in $1. Whoever wins, wins. Cardinals versus Rams. Oh, that's interesting. I can't do. Okay, well, it's not that I can't do NASCAR. It's just the best way to watch a NASCAR race is on the ESPN highlight reel, because the only parts of a race that people really truly give a shit about, the majority of people, are the first 10 laps, the last 10 laps, and all the crashes in between. And that's what you get when you watch the ESPN highlights of a NASCAR race. Excuse me, you get the first 10, last 10, and all the crashes. That's what people want to see. Laser Penguins control NASCAR. Well, yeah. Laser Penguins, they do it. Martin H was born in Santos, and it's still lame AF. I said that to my girls the other day. My kids, hey, this is lame AF. And they're like, Dad, what are you talking about? Lame AF? You don't use that language. Really good CFL players are given a horse. Really? That's interesting. Speaking of Canadian Football League, Warren Moon. Speaking of some of the greatest quarterbacks I've ever seen in that 80s, Warren Moon could throw a football almost the length of a football field on a fucking rope, on a tight rope. That guy had a cannon. And of course, you had Brett Favre, who used to have, whenever he was a backup for the Atlanta Falcons, he would make bets at the end of the game. He would make bets with his teammates of whether or not he could stand at a certain place and hit the press box, throw the ball and hit the press box. He was Uncle Rico. How much want to make a bet says I can throw a football over the mountains? That was Brett Favre, except Brett Favre could do it. So, oh, and by the way, Red Sox are greater than the Astros Rangers. I mean, sure, if you want to. I mean, if you want to be a Red Sox fan you want to be from Boston, that's cool. I don't hate the Red Sox. I really don't. I don't. I have no reason to hate the Red Sox. I don't understand Rangers fans who hate the Red Sox. It's like, that doesn't make sense. Who gives a shit? You play the Red Sox twice a year. 6 games out of a fucking 100 million. Who cares? So what? Red Sox. Ooh. Randall Cunningham was another good one. Yes, negative X1 is Randall Cunningham. That guy, talk about, the moves. Martin H. True Brit. Okay, there we go. All right, then. NASCAR's boring as well. Go fast, turn left. Go fast, turn left. Miss an hour, come back. You didn't miss a fucking thing. Yeah, that's who did that one? Who did that one? Jeffifa Dunham.com. Yeah, like I said, Nerd Angle, that whole I'm gonna be a rival. No, I understand why we hate the Yankees, because fuck the Yankees. Matter of fact, speaking of Red Sox and Yankees, back in 2004, I think it was, when the Yankees had a 3-0 lead in the ALCS over the Red Sox, and the Red Sox came back to win 4 in a row. They actually had to change the ending to was it Fever Pitch? Not Fever Pitch. Was it Fever Pitch? The one with Drew Barrymore and Jimmy Fallon. They actually had to change the ending of that movie because the Red Sox, that's when the Red Sox went. Yeah, 3-0. I watched every one of those games too. I had a bet with one of my coworkers, a bet on that series. I said, and this was this is before I was really into sports betting. I guess I'm not really into sports betting now, but this is before I got more into sports betting. But I had a bet going with a friend. It was for like $100 that the Red Sox would come back from that 3-0 and win 4-3. I had another bet said the Red Sox were going to same buddy. I said or same coworker. I said the Red Sox are going to win the Yankees series. The first bet we made, they're going to win the Yankees series. It's going to go to 7 games. They're going to win 4-3. Yes, 2004, and the Red Sox the best comeback since Lazarus. Yes. Drew Barrymore was the woman of my life in the 90s. She's still a very beautiful woman in her old age. I don't know. She's the same age as I am, I think. She might be a year or two older. Let's see here. How old is Drew Barrymore? She can't be more than... She's a little older than I am. A little bit older than I am. But yeah. That changed it. I'd love that, every bit of it. So I made that bet with him that they were going to win in 7 games and that it was going to be I forget what that was, like $20 bet. And then they got down 3-0. He came back. Oh, he was gloating. I said, I tell you what, I'll tack on an extra $100 right now that the Red Sox come back and win 4 in a row and go to the World Series. I'll take that bet. So I won $120 off that one. If I was smart, I would have taken odds. I would have said, all right, I'll bet you $20, but I need like 5-1 or some shit. She was 9. She's 46. Ugly German Truth. She's 46 years old. Babe Ruth, all-time best. He was the best in his era for sure. Guy had a cannon. That's one thing that people don't remember about Babe Ruth is that he started out as a pitcher, so he had a fucking cannon for an arm. He could throw people out deep from right field. Guy was, man, eating chicken wings, hot dogs, and beer in the dugout, but he got a cannon. That's the plot hole. What's the link to your band site again? Here, let me put it in here. Babe Ruth, not a fan of his piano. Oh, sports sucks. So what's the gauge of those strings on that white ESP? Those are they're a medium 12 through 58, I believe, with a wound G. Ty Cobb was a beast, but he was also a fucking racist piece of shit. But you know. Let's see here. That was Bandcamp. I think this is it. Double check that. Maybe it's the other way around. Hang on. Yeah, that's it's the other way around. It's not Bandcamp. It's invasionit.bandcamp.com. So here we go. Here. There it is. That's the one. That's the one. Yeah, check it out. The digital download is available now, and then you can pre-order the vinyl. If you want a vinyl, pre-order that sucker because there's not going to be a whole lot. And I think $28 is a pretty good deal. I don't make any money off this one here. This one's all going back to the band itself. So going back also to production costs and whatnot. So anybody who buys one, play it, enjoy it. I appreciate it. You guys, that's awesome. We'll see what happens with the rest of this stuff. We'll see how it goes. Let me know what you think. Like it, love it, whatever. I can handle the criticism, but I had a lot of fun doing it because I was able to work here and then do everything in my parts here, mix, master. I didn't do anything mixing and mastering. This is the first time that I didn't produce the music that I made. Not produce it. That wasn't involved with the final mix and the final. I mean, I was, but I wasn't the one actually do. I wasn't engineering this one here. Negative Exponent says I was great at baseball when I was young. Then I went through a growth spurt and turned to losing all my coordination. That'll happen. Rhoda Knows last name says I hope they get a touchdown on the 18th hole from the free throw line before the face-off. Then it'll be 15 love. Exactly. Let's see. Well, I missed some. Oh, this is what I was looking at. Baseball is now really competitive. You could say the day of the dynasty is over. So many teams have won the World Series since the turn of the century. Yeah. Dynasty baseball is done, I think. It might come back. It probably will come back, but I mean, to be fair to the Yankees, they are the biggest sports dynasty in professional sports. Still different in college sports, but yeah. Anyway, whoever asks, engineers don't mix, they fix. At least that's what they tell me. Debatable. We do a little fixing too when we're engineering in music. Sometimes you have to fix a bad note here and there. I mean, the Red Sox won the first 12 straight. Yeah, but they haven't won 20. What is it, 28? They haven't won 28. Sorry. Hate to be that one, but John McEnroe was awesome. He was awesome. It's fun to watch. Baseball, like golf, is a drinking excuse. Like, we really need this. I agree. Agreed. Let's see here. So, yeah, here we go. We're going to take a quick break. Just a quick one. Just a really fast one. So I can, go pee like the old man I am. Take a quick break when we come. No, that's not what I want to do. I don't want to do that. You know what? Maybe we don't need a quick break. Let me see here. Let me see. What can I do for the people listening? Yeah, I can play this here. That's a quicker song. So we'll play that. I'm going to take a just quick break. And then when we come back, I want to talk to you guys about the whole Susan Bassey situation. Yeah, it's gonna be some fun. Be back here shortly. You're on rockmetaltalk.com. This is Johnny O. I'll be back in just a few minutes. It's a mother load. Thank you, drive through, please. All right, we're back. We're gonna make this one a little quick. All right, so somebody said Carol Baskins. I saw that. Carol Baskin. I mean Susan Bassey. That bitch. Yep. Somebody asked another question here. Let me see. Where was it? Somebody asked something. If I I'm trying to get the question correct. Anyway, they asked if hey Thor, good to see you. Let's see here. Hang on. I got to reply to Schrodinger's cat or he gets grumpy. All right, cool. Discord won't link me. It ignores the app. What? Stupid Discord. What's up, Zachariah Hooper? Somebody asked if I doubled or quadrupled the guitars. The wall of sound that I built was all the guitars were doubled. All the guitar parts were doubled. So they're extreme panning left and right for the main riffs, and then everything else was carefully placed in. So yeah. Big wall of sound there. And I'm working on changing up some of my tones, mainly because I had to do a computer reset and I lost all of my tones. So yeah, working on changing those up to get a little bit different sounds and whatnot out of it, a little heavier, a little more of the modern metal sound out of the guitar. So wow. Wonder what's going on there, Clifton. Is somebody, one of my mods, help Clifton, see if they can help Clifton out getting him a new, fresh Discord link. If not, let me see if I can do it. You know what? Let me see if I can do that really quick. Prime, I just saw your message. Let's see. Let's do this. Never, no limit. Boom. Copy. All right. Try that link. See if that works for you. If not, then burn it. Just burn it down. Screw the modern sound. Dirty is the key. I like the modern sound, but the modern sound is dirty. That's what I like about it. It's tighter too. It's not as overdriven as some of the newer stuff. No 2XL shirts yet. Not yet. I need to get with the distributor and with the guy who's actually working. See, the singer Jay Stone Network, the rockandrolltalk.com, he's the one working on all that. So I need to get with him about getting some more of the bigger shirts, because we did shirts. We ordered those before to help pay for the pressing of the vinyl and whatnot. And then after, so those we already had those first. And then we decided to include those with pre-orders on the vinyl. So that's why, yeah. That's why I don't have any yet. What was the modern sound in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, etc.? So the 50s rock modern sounds, that's tough. I forget a lot of Fender amps. 60s, when was it? I forget when Marshall came out. Out 62. So yeah, definitely wanted to go with it. Was it the JTM 45? Was it? I think JTM 50. I can't remember. One of those two. Big band in the 50s was pop. That's true. Actually, Johnny, could you play a banjo while dressed as a vampire? I mean, if I practiced enough, I probably could. Would I ever cover one of my own songs on a uke? Probably, if I knew how to play a uke better than, just like noodling. Zachariah Hooper says, I'd mic I mic'd up my Marshall DSL 40C amp with a cheap $50 Shure mic and quad tracked it. No amp sims. Sounds better than with amp sims. Yeah, I don't have. I mean, I've got this. You know, I've got my live rig sounds fucking amazing. That's the. I mean, everybody will come up. Hey, you played really well. You really well. But when sound guys would come up to me and say, "Dude, your fucking tone is butter or it's sweet. It's the best tone. It's the easiest tone for me to mix in live mix." I would constantly get compliments on my live tone. And I wish I could capture that recording wise, but I don't have the room here to do it. You know, kids and all that stuff, be able to do that. You got to crank up a little bit and have neighbors and all that shit. So I just don't have the ability to do that. Once I do, it'll be a different story. But yeah, my son has a Yuka bass. Interesting thing. That is kind of interesting. Those are kind of cool. I like the different instruments, different sounds and whatnot. It's always cool to kind of play with all that stuff. Sounds, instruments, and whatnot. Let's do a sub check. We are. Let's see. We still stuck in 1974. Yes, we are. 1974. We're doing very well. All right, so let's go to this Susan Bassey. Warning, warning, music equipment, nerd talk, warning, warning. Yes, nerd talk indeed. Friedman mic method and fuck the neighbors. I like my neighbors, and our neighbors here are pretty cool, so they're pretty chill. My brother and I make our own pedals, both of us putting our physics degree to good use. I would love for you to send me what you can price wise, what it would cost to get some of your effects. I always love looking at new pedals. Let's see here. Have you tried the 5-watt tube amp in the studio? I don't have a 5-watt tube amp, or else I would. I would love to do some stuff like that. But I've got an Orange. Oh Jesus, I forget. TH120. I forget what it is. It's one of those. It's got you know, you can do 25, 50, and 100 watts, which is pretty cool. Into two Marshall 1960A cabs that I have in crisscross or in X pattern. I have two Eminence Swamp Things and two Texas Patriots, or two Texas Patriots, and they're boom, 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 boom. An Orange, is that California for potato? Yes, I think so. I like to buy string things that nobody's ever heard of, so that people think I'm brilliant if I can get a tune out of them. That, you know, that's always fun. It's always fun to do that pretentious stuff every now and again. Skydiver Tanner is in the house. What's up, buddy? How was your trip? I'm getting beeped at on this stupid telephone. People just leave me alone. Leave me alone. Okay, cool. Fun stuff. It's a plot hole. Who is the best, worst band, and why is it Wesley Willis? Okay, so, you know, woman, I'm in the middle of my wife likes to call me right in the middle of a show. Anyway, so I enjoy my Orange. I want a Soldano Slow 100, but I don't have $4,500 to buy one. So that's why I went with the Orange, because it was much cheaper. Orange is a nitty gritty because dirt, yeah. Thor Rasmussen for 50 as a Danish Kronens says, for a speedy return of 2XL shirts, I will definitely get with Jay Stone and have him get some more printed out. Yeah, we'll do that. Spoons are the most metal instrument. That is 100% accurate. Anyway, so yeah, if I had the $4 almost $5,000 for the Soldano Slow 100, that's what I would have, because I played those amps a few times, and I mean, there's so many different sounds you can get out of those things, not just that beefy metal tune, but you can get some good hard rock tunes, you get some good jazzy, kind of jazzy bluesish tunes out of them. Yeah, love that thing. Kink Shaming Cannibals, JL Warren, check your messages. Yes, Kink Shaming Cannibals. I'm actually working on those tunes now, JL. So you need to figure out your abilities to either sing or play the bass. So the one of the pedals that I like the most is a Hughes and Kettner, and it's a tube. What is it called? It's a Hughes and Kettner tubed pedal. It's an overdrive pedal. I forget which one it is. It's the Tube Meister. Is it the Tube Meister? What it is? No, that's not it. Tube Factor. That's what it is. Tube Factor. Yeah, I use that to help dial in specific tones with the overdrives and the solo boosts and whatnot. I would like to see. If you guys have an overdrive pedal, especially a tubed overdrive pedal. Yes, I'm. Let me know. Let me know what you have. I'm curious. I like getting people's. I like checking out pedals and new people's stuff. Oh, JL, I figured as much. Don't worry about it. Do your thing. Do your thing, JL. Don't worry. I'm probably gonna end this a little bit early today because long day tomorrow shooting, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So we've talked about one more time. Let's see here. What we got? Where'd it go? At the plot hole, have you ever tried the Radial Tone Bone Hot Bridge pedal? I have not. I have not tried that one. I need to check it out. Send me a link. Send me a link, Zach. I'm curious. So I always like good overdrive pedals. All right. Susan Bassey decided that she can't stand criticism. So she decided to, and this is one of the things that I'm not sure if I'm going to bring it up in the documentary or not the Susan Bassey thing, but Sketch Crasher, that would be amazing. Let me know. Like I said, I love checking out people's homegrown creations. Yeah, let me know. Nerves and Terms says, "Oh, you can't end so soon. The party just got here." That's true. You did just get here. I'll be on for a little bit longer, probably another 30 to 40 minutes, which is my normal. Anyway, Susan Bassey says that she particularly can't stand criticism. She watched the Dingleberries video that I did on her. She and somebody else, somebody else was white knighting for her as well. I got, you know what? I'm going to read this email. Let me get this email up because this is great. This is hilarious. You guys know me a lot better than this other person, but let's see here. Let me get this email. I don't have a problem with people expressing their concerns, their dislikes, whatever. I don't have a problem with any of that, right? I don't care. You want to call me whatever you want to call me. I don't care. I mean, if you make a mistake in if you call me like this person here, I'll just read a comment. It says, "Dude, your misogyny is showing. There are thousands of virtually identical police audit videos on YouTube like the one Bassey did. And almost all are by men. Based on the parts of this Bassey video that have you clutching your pearls, you will need a fainting couch if you watch the police audit videos by men. Point me to your Dingleberry reviews of those by men because I can't seem to find them on your channel." That's just the first part of this long, ridiculous comment. And the funny thing is, after I read that, I went back and said, you know what, maybe they're right. Maybe I am focusing a little too much on women. So, because Dingleberries covers Karens and whatnot, and I went back and looked and I actually counted out how many times I made fun of men versus how many times I made fun of women, and it was even. Well, it wasn't. It was 16 to 15 men to women. So, if I'm a misogynist, I'm doing that wrong because I've actually made fun of more men than I have of women. So, remind you. Now your errors. Call the California recording regulation you waved around is for state parks. I have an email out to the Santa Clara County to find out, excuse me, to find out whether or not someone has to have a permit for documentary filmmaking or for commercial filmmaking on that particular beach, the beach of Capitola, or Capitola Beach. So yeah, as soon as I can confirm that, if they don't, if she didn't need it for, and I asked, does this person, if the commercial filming or commercial photography, do we have to have a permit with the film commission? Because the film commission, there is a Santa Clara County Film Commission that you have to go through to apply for permits. And I've asked if I have to have them for Capitola Beach. And I said, do I have to have one if I'm just like taking my phone out there? Or do I only have to have it if I'm having like commercial equipment out there? I'm pretty sure you have to have one for commercial equipment. I'm not clear. That's why I asked. So if it turns out that's true, then absolutely, I made a mistake. And we'll go with it. Anyway, not a state park, bro. Next, your video uses cherry-picked clips that fit your narrative of disparaging and putting the uppity woman Bassie in her place. Never once did I say she was uppity. And if this person doesn't like the way that I put the clips from Susan Bassie's video in, then she needs to take that up with Susan Bassie, because all I did was I took Susan Bassie's video, let it run for a little bit, cut in, made commentary on the piece that I cut in on, and then run it again. Now, there were a couple of things that, like the police officers, when she would put up the police officer's name and pay and all that stuff. Yes, I did cut that out because I don't think we need to be putting that stuff out there, even though it is public records. You can do a public records search and get all that stuff. That's fine. I'm not going to put it out there because, quite frankly, it's none of anyone of our businesses how much these police officers make. I think that's a stupid rule, but whatever. FYI, I'm in Well, those puppers are they're not going to have it. They are, anyway, they're, yeah. What did I say here? Yeah. So yeah, I took out all that stuff because it was irrelevant. All it did was like show that she did what she said she was going to do. My goodness, these puppies are barking loud. FYI, I'm in Silicon Valley and have been following the Bassie court cases in the media. You mischaracterize or just lie about the courthouse police misconduct incident where Bassie's hand was broken. You suggest the deceitful, hysterical woman probably is lying about her hand. I never suggested that she was deceitful or hysterical, and nor did I suggest that she was lying about her hand. I said that the police allegedly broke her hand. Now, there's a reason why you say allegedly in that situation. If Miss Bassie is the educated journalist that she tells everybody she is, she would understand. She would understand that dogs bark a lot. I don't know what's going on. Let me check this door. I'll be right back. One sec. All right, sorry about that. Had to take care of the people at the door. So they're dead now. And I'm back. I'm kidding. They're not dead. Let's see here. So yeah, I never said it's I said allegedly because they haven't been convicted of such crimes. So if I were to say it was these people broke her hand, that could lead me up to liability of lawsuit if somebody decides that what I was doing was a quote news report. Because I do purport myself to be a journalist, or at least some journalistic practices. Anyway, it's just a thing that was kind of like hard wired into me when I worked for the paper as a journalist. Why are you picking on the one police and First Amendment auditor on YouTube out of several hundred who happens to be female and a grandmother? Do you really want to be that woman-hating social media loser incel? Have some self-awareness, homeboy. Ask yourself why you picked this video by a female reporter out of hundreds of similar videos to get your panties in a bunch about. Let's see here. Let me make it easy for you. If you want the truth, you don't. Watch and cherry pick clips from these videos. She puts a couple of videos in there. Here's a similar police misconduct First Amendment audits channel by a male based on a reaction to this Bassey video. I'm sure we'll find these male-produced videos shocking and disturbing. Have your incel fainting couch ready. We'll wait while you pick a video to turn into a Dingleberry segment. So that was placed. Now, of course, because you put links in there, it got flagged by YouTube, and I had to approve the comment. So, yeah. That shit was fucking hilarious. Anyway, has kids, gets called an incel. Yeah, I don't care. Like I said, these people can call them whatever the fuck they want. I really don't care. It doesn't bother me. I did respond to her comment, letting her know that yes, that if there was a mistake made, I will definitely correct it. But you know, in correcting her mistakes. So because this one got sent to the needs approval ring because you put links in there, I get an email from the same person. Yo, dude bros, I posted a comment, screenshot attached, on one of your YouTube videos. It appears that the admin did not approve the comment for publication. Apparently, I violated your commenting guidelines. I can't find you commenting guidelines. She means on your YouTube channel. So I'm writing to ask you to send me a copy. Is this not the most Karen fucking thing you guys have heard? Holy shit. My comment had to do with a video you posted in which you did some very deceptive editing in order to bully, defame, and disparage a female cop watcher and First Amendment auditor named Susan Bassey. And this person accuses me of getting my panties in a bunch. In your video, you also suggest that Bassey has mental health issues, meaning she is disabled. Then you mock her for being disabled and make fun of her disability. That didn't happen. I didn't make fun of her disability, nor did I mock her. I simply said that if I were a betting man, that I would bet money that she has an undiagnosed or diagnosed mental health condition. That's all I said. In social media etiquette and ethics, they call that punching down. Dumbass. As you may know, bullying and defamation, and especially gender-based bullying and defamation, are prohibited in the terms of service of YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, and PayPal. Bullying and making fun of the disabled is also a TOS violation. You're going to threaten me? Fuck off. Nobody's bullying anybody. Stupid shit here. As I said in my comment attached, I live in Silicon Valley and have been following news reports about the controversial Bassey court cases. If you want to jump in the ring and put your 2 cents, go for it. Free speech. Am I right? Spell all one word. But don't be dishonest and deceptive and then pat yourself on the back. Play fair. I wasn't dishonest, nor was I deceptive. And I didn't pat myself on the back. I will now. Frankly, based on your eclectic YouTube content, the Bassey controversy is over your pay grade. You can go fucking spit. I'll fucking talk about what I want, when I want, how I want. You don't like it? Don't watch the channel. Real simple. It's a serious matter of government harassment and retaliation, and you're way out of your lane. Whatever, bitch. You got a good thing going and shouldn't have to waste time defending YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, and PayPal terms of service violations for bullying, disparaging, and defaming a disabled grandmother. Play fair or get out of the sandbox, and please advise in the commenting guidelines. Well, here's my advice in the commenting guidelines. Just don't put links in, and just wait a few minutes so people can actually get through to approved comments. Oh, man. It's just, I mean, so Karen has contacted me, wants to speak to the manager, apparently. I read that shit and laughed because it's funny. That's funny shit, right? What's ethical about social media? Yeah, Clifton Manley, exactly. There's nothing ethical about social media. Fucking Twitter is a goddamn it's a cesspool of shit. Less words, more sense. Agreed. I like it's you want to express your opinion, that's fine. Express your opinion. Don't expect me to bend to your will, though. Send me your commenting guidelines. Go get bent. Go spit. I'm taking fucking Karens, man. I'm telling you. And the funniest thing is, I think the first soft set bullshit I think I did was a woman, but it was that stupid anti-masking bitch that went into I just want breakfast with my boyfriend. Breakfast with my boyfriend. Yeah, I think that was the first one. But even still, my distribution is even. Yeah, she wouldn't want to deal with the CEO of the Plot Hole Inc. Mrs. Hole doesn't put up with anybody's shit. And doesn't have a problem telling her to go spit as well. Yes, that's all they had to say. I want attention, which I didn't respond to that email because I have better things to do, like watch paint dry. Skit Scratcher for 2 says, damn Karens. Exactly. That's what it is. I think so. I think he got a similar type. I think he may have covered Susan Bassey as well. I kind of expected this whole Susan Bassey thing to kind of kick off, right? So when I did the Susan Bassey video, she watched it, by the way. Susan Bassey herself watched and left me a comment on it, and she said, "Oh, you're stupid." I would love to have a conversation, but you have to not be stupid or some shit like that. I'm thinking, well, then I guess that negates you from having a conversation because you're a fucking moron. But she obviously didn't like it. And the only thing I said to her after her comment was, "Hey, thanks for watching." That was it. And then she comes back. She tries to, don't you have a mother to teach you how to bathe? Thinking, well, I did when I was younger. I had a mother and a father taught me how to bathe. Yeah, that's what's your point. And she accused me of being on the California District Court's payroll. That they're the ones that are funding my content. That was her comment. That's the DA's office, the lame duck DA in California. The one that she has a problem with is funding my content, me here in Texas, right? So they're they're in California. They're going to find some obscure fucking YouTuber and say, "Hey, we're going to fund your content." I wish they would. I could use the money. Yeah. So I'm on their payroll now, and then she said some other stupid shit. Oh, still going to get a soap and a razor, right? No, I'm not gonna. No, like, yeah, you don't like the beard. That's fine. You don't have to like the beard. That's cool. I'm not asking you. Can't Susan Bassey like the beard? Anyway, so after I didn't respond to that, after all my response was, hey, thanks for watching. Then she made another comment and asked something about. You need to study up on DMCA. By the way, did you buy that soap and razor yet? Something like that. I saw that, and immediately I knew it. So she's about to do this bullshit. She's about to false DMCA. That's fine. I knew it was going to happen. I even called, or I sent Tina, our Marva girl. I sent her a message saying, "Hey, what does Schrodinger have to do for this whole DMCA thing? Susan Bass is about to hit me." To which and then I responded. I responded to Susan Bassey saying, "Hey, you need to study up on what fair use is." And then after I sent Tina that message, I got an email from YouTube saying this, that, and the other, talking about, "Oh, well, here we are. Susan Bassey has content claimed you and struck your channel and all that stuff." So I'm going through that whole process, and I got to say, it's a stupid process, right? With what YouTube has decided to do is they pretty much don't want anything to do with it. They don't want anything to do with copyright claims. This is why they have the system in place, right? So the system in place makes it easy for people to abuse the DMCA process, the copyright process. Anybody at any time could file a false DMCA claim on you, right? So if I wanted to start a if I wanted to start a sock account channel, I could do that and then go find somebody's video, anybody's video, it didn't matter. I could look at Simon Dan's video, right? The Tinfoil Tuesday that came out on Flat Earth Friday. I wonder how many people caught that. I know I did. Anyway, oh, thank you, Zach. Yes, I love The Mandalorian. But so I could take a sock account, go claim one of his videos as mine, tell, hey, this is my copyrighted material, blah, 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 blah. As long as it, if he used, like if I pretend to be a flat earth or whatever, and he used my video, I go as whatever. We could take that down, have them request to take it down immediately. Not just claim the content, claim the ad revenue and make them fight that way. But I could go completely DMCA song by the Dillage people. Yes. Yes, ugly different truths, that is happening. Technically, the other side needs to purchase themselves to file a fake claim, so you could sue, but it would probably be waste of money. As what can they be worth? Well, here's the funny thing about what I have learned about this whole business. YouTube makes it easy for people to abuse the content copyright system that they have. The only reason why YouTube has this system is to protect YouTube, right? So if I were to make a video based on like a Fox 4 or ABC or BBC is one of the most atrocious ones for doing this. If I were to, if I were to do a news clip of that, they would immediately content claim it immediately. And I had to fight them about it. I would say, no, this is fair use because it's transformative, this, that, blah, 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 blah. But the problem is whenever I file that appeal, I'm appealing to the people who are claiming the content. So naturally they're going to be like, no, we don't agree with we don't agree with it. And then you have to file another appeal, which goes through YouTube, and they have so many days. And what a lot of these people do, hey, Thaddeus, good night, we'll see you. What a lot of these people will do, a lot of these content claimants will do is they know the system, right? They know how the system works. So they'll try and tie you up as long as they can, hoping that you'll cancel your claim. Because they know that if they go through it, the whole thing, if they go through the whole system, whole process, especially on like Susan Bass is probably gonna, well, no, she's already making me go through the whole process because she did let's say she did the content strike, right? So I had to file a counter petition saying that no, this is whatever, blah 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 blah. You want a DMCA nightmare? Ask Rick Beto about it. I will. So I'm going through that whole process. At the end of the day, I will win because it is obvious fair use, right? The video is transformative, which is an important word. It doesn't have the same meaning that she has. I have used her video as a commentary on her actions, and the meaning of the video has now been changed. So therefore it falls under fair use. So I will win this one. It will be the video will be put back. Now, what I can do and what I would do if I were, if I were a big channel, like if I were a Schrodinger's cat style channel that, each video got tens of thousands of views within a week, which gains him a boatload of money per AdSense. I could sue her for damages and court costs, lawyers' fees, and all that stuff. So I do have the option for when it eventually gets turned around. I can sue her, take her to court, and sue her for that. At the plot hole, Rick Beto is pronounced Rick Beato. Beito or Beatu? Rick B. My fucking God. Jesus Christ. Anyway. So yeah, I do have that option. And again, if this were a 200,000 sub channel, 2 million sub channel, where her copyright claim or her strike would cost me, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, absolutely take her to court, make her pay for all that stuff. Absolutely. Well, I would at least get a summary judgment against her or a judgment against her. And there we are. Beatu. Okay. Beatu. It's not Johnny, it's Jahani. God. You did the same thing last week and got corrected then too. I did not give much of a damn, but I will always remember. Dun dun dun. But yeah, so that's what's going on there. Now I'm waiting for YouTube to pass on my my counter petition to Susan Bassey. This is the thing that irritates me the most. YouTube has made it perfectly clear that they want to be as hands off as possible with this whole situation. Now the problem with that is when it comes to this portion of me sending off my counter petition, YouTube has put in a process where they need to review it first to make sure I'm not abusing their system. Now, why won't they? Why didn't they review hers first? She should be the one that has to go through review because she's the one making the claim, and she is the one ultimately who is abusing the system. Hers didn't have to go through a claim. Hers, as soon as she puts it out there, boom, it's there. They take my stuff down, make me have to beg YouTube to send off my counter petition, which I sent my counter petition the day it happened. I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, one of those 2 days. I sent it that day. Now, it should have went directly to her. YouTube should have sent it directly to her, and she has 10 days to show proof that she's taking me to court or my video goes back up. Now, YouTube will put me in this stupid limbo where they'll wait weeks upon weeks while they're reviewing it, before they send it on to Susan Bassey. Just bullshit. If you want to be hands off, YouTube. Just send it on. And if it turns out that I'm abusing it, it'll come out in the wash. If it turns out that I'm abusing the copyright claim system, if I really did take Susan's stuff and just what? Can we launch a campaign to stop FTFE pronouncing Haley's comment? It's driving me batty. I don't know. I want to deliver E probably before her. Can I DMCA her? Based on what she says, yeah. Based on her thing, yeah, you can. But the thing that kills me is the whole process with YouTube is bullshit. If you want to be YouTube, if you want to be hands off, right? Just send her my claim, make her follow her up and her into the bargain, showing you proof that she's taking me to court. She won't take me to court, because if she does take me to court, she will lose and she'll have to pay my court costs, my attorney's fees, and damages. Because it's obvious transformative work. Now the beauty part is after that happens, whenever it does happen, the strike gets reversed. She'll take the channel strike. Now that's one thing that these soft-sets are doing. They're abusing the system. Like PayPal Patty has false DMCA'd so many. Schrodinger's cats, Tina, probably Radical. Radical's done one. So many people he's filed these takedowns and stricken people's channels. Now the problem he's going to have is that unless he plans on taking every last one of those people to court, he is about to get hit with more than 3 strikes. I think Schrodinger's almost put his back. I think Schrodinger should be coming up on time to get his automatically reversed, because again, PayPal Patty is not going to take him to court. Once that happens, that puts the copyright strike on PayPal Patty's channel. Same thing with Tina, same thing with Radical. Once all those come back, if he gets more than 3 strikes within a 90-day period, or 3 strikes within a 90-day period, they will shut his channel down. Same thing will happen to Susan Bassey if she does stupid shit like this. So, it is what it is. It's a process, but we will take care of it. It's going to get taken care of. So everybody join me. Octothorpe, fuck Susan Bassey. And not in a good way. There we go. All right, it's about that time. It's almost 10:30. Got 9 minutes till 10:30. We can shoot the shit for a little bit longer, but I do need to get wound down, and I got to pack up a couple more things and get on to the old the knapsack so I can kind of stare at the ceiling while I probably won't sleep much at all tonight. Because of everything that's going to go tomorrow, everything that's going to happen tomorrow. Really looking forward to it. So much fun. Love doing this stuff. Yeah. By the way, anybody who wants to contribute to the production of the documentary, you can send PayPal donations along with your name and how you want it put in the credits, and that will happen. You'll be given a producer's role. At the plot hole, so keep hitting her with videos, get her canceled. Yeah, I mean, I can do that. I'll do another Susan Bassett video. I'm gonna wait until this one goes away. Once this one goes away, I'm gonna do another Susan Bassett video and see what she does. And if she wants to do the whole business again, we'll do the whole business again. Go through the whole charade, as some of my people would say, and do that. Because yeah, that's what she deserves. She wants to abuse it. That's what she does. Oh wait, Ann Tanner. Yeah. Why is my brain singing to me the Ramones beat on the Brats at the moment? Because reasons. Anyway, so yeah, if you want to do that, we'll give a producer Kroll. I'll greatly appreciate it. Like I said, this is, these things are costly, but it's worth it to me. You don't feel obligated. Don't feel obligated. If you want to, that's cool. You don't have to. I'm already taking the super chats and the AdSense revenue and the subscriptions and all that stuff, the Patreon and all that. That's all going to the project as well. So, yeah, it's a cabal, says Adam Zbutnik L. Might be clever next time and get her brainless goons to mass report instead. Maybe. I don't know. Weston Summer says, great stuff, friend. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. All right. Let's see here. I don't have anything else to share with you peoples. You awesome peoples, by the way. You guys are fun. I like interacting with you. I like reading the side chats and reading your comments. I'm trying to get better about responding to as many comments as I can, but I stopped subscribing to get the Cabal channel. Oh, let's see here. We're gonna do our last sub check just to see where we're at. See if we're still at 1974. Yep, still at 1974. That's right. 26 to go. We'll be at 2,000 and we'll have a 2,000 subscriber party. It'll be a lot of fun. That being said, I'm going to get out of here so I can get all my stuff packed up and ready to go. I got most of it packed, but there are a couple of little things I need to get done. I appreciate every one of you. I appreciate all the super chats. I appreciate all the likes, the subscribes, the comments, the emails, the Discord participation, Patreons, the channel members. All of you guys are amazing. I really appreciate everything that you guys are doing for me. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be here. So again, this show is just as much as about you as it's about me. So thank you for coming by. Thank you for hanging out. I'm going to go home now. Well, I am already home, but I'm going to go that stuff there. Martin H says, no, you do really well with the interaction bit. Most people just ignore us chattering monkeys in the chat. No, you guys are good. I love seeing you guys, boom, boom, boom. Love that stuff. Sketch Crasher for 2 says, good night, have fun tomorrow. Thank you very much. I'll have some behind the scenes stuff that I can share. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Copulator. Love you too, Night Noodler. You guys are awesome. He just ratted us out to his missus. Run for your lives. Did I? Oh no. Oh jeez. All right, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. It's time to go. You guys are awesome.